I'll be ranking the Shadowverse Flame to 25. I'll give it like number 1 on Crunchyroll's website because I'm viewer number 1. Yeah! Woo! It was refreshing it like crazy for like literally 1 minute. Oh, now on to first reacting to the... No, I did it first, Ghost Tab. I did it first because literally on my screen it said 0 likes and 0 dislikes, so I was first. Nope, I beat you because on my screen there was no likes. Mine had 0. Mine had 0. I made sure I clicked mine quicker than you. I know for sure I clicked it quicker. Ha! All right. Now, I took the first. I had the first like. But right before I start, though, yeah, I have a feeling Light will win too because he needs to get a win, Russ. And plus, the teacher's holding back. So even if she were to lose, it wouldn't be an embarrassing loss for the teacher because Andrea even says she's holding back. So I think she'll lose with the way it's going. But anyways, without further delay, I'll be starting my reaction to... Yeah, because if he doesn't win, then he will never be close to going up against Haruma. And she's holding back too, so... She has red flags for her loss. But now I'll be starting my reaction to episode 25 in 1, 0, go! I do hope that later on, if she does lose, we get to see her do a cool match where she goes all out. That'd be fun. Damn, I love how she's always strategizing. Like, holy cow. Okay. We're seeing her will get a little bit more creative. If she has a secret villain in the series, Russ, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that. Or not a secret villain, but one of the final opponents. Yeah, honestly, the way she draws cards and reacts to shit is beautiful. Oh, yeah, it's doing the cost-cutting measures you see in some of the cheaper card game animes where you have a black screen and then flashing lights. Instead of some of the higher budgeted stuff like you would get in some of the bigger card fights where if you see a monster get sliced, you would see a creature go towards a creature, slice it, and then you'd see the creature's body parts like fly away. But who knows? Maybe they're saving the budget for the latter sequences. I mean, at least the animation of her drawing the cards looks good because you see her hair move. No, she even said she's strong. And we know she's stronger, Russ, because she even said it herself. She's not going full force. So we know she's stronger. She's not going full force. She even said it to Light, too, in the previous episode. Yo, you like the way she moves the hairs off. Oh, yeah, I could see that because she's a Grandmaster. Like, that means she's top tier, Russ. Yeah, she's top tier. But we don't know how top tier she is, but we know she's in the top tier because she's in the highest class of duelists. True, Ghost Tab, true. I'm sure if she plays against an opponent that's also Grandmaster level, she can actually be more impressive than she already is. She's probably more high energy against real opponents that threaten her, that force her to go out. Aw, I love how she has like that teacher-like aspect to her too. This is nice. This is a tutorial episode done right because they also had another great tutorial episode when our boy was going up against Mickey. So there's another high quality, and a sort of way you could say it's sort of like a tutorial episode. Let's hope our boy gets lucky. Hey, bro got lucky. Yeah, that's what I like. Like, he's learning not to be aggressive every single time. I like this character development for Light here. Because before facing Andrea, he didn't look into things like delaying his attack. He just was attack, which, hey, I don't mind. But, yeah, something in card games, unless it's Yu-Gi-Oh! In Yu-Gi-Oh! You're kind of encouraged to be super aggressive all the time. But in, say, other card games, you can't be super aggressive all the time, unless it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Then in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Be aggressive, and be more aggressive. But Shadowverse, yeah, you got to be playing it safe. Again, I like how when she takes damage, she's like the calmest thing ever. Yeah, that's what makes Shadowverse fun. Yeah, the cards that he spams are actually really smart, Russ. That's what I love. Like, he's a smart spammer, too. What does she mean by that? I swear, she's got, like, the most seductive voice in all of Shadowverse. Why does she have boss music? Like, why? No, seriously. It sounds like boss music. Like, this sounds fucking epic. Like, look at this. Even like the way that they beat her card, they give it like a specialized summoning animation. That's really good. Wait, what? Oh, that's why they gave it a main theme. It's a legendary. That explains a lot. That's broken storm. They all get storm? Wait, what? What? Wow, her cards have a lot of power. Oh shit. You know, if I was playing if I was playing Shadowverse, I'd actually buy that card. Looks good. Damn! She's gonna fucking majorly injure one of her students. Look at that! How is it that when Light does damage to Andrea, she's like, huh? But when Light takes damage, the dude's like fucking knocked him back. As if he was hit by a fucking air cannon. Like, bro. How? Fucking how? Fuck it. I love this. But no, seriously though. Light, he needs to get medical insurance because with all the fucking bruises he's receiving, he's gonna fucking break his spine. Yeah, I like how the deck is really different. Oh, if it does, man, that's gonna make her card even more broken, Russ. All right. Oh, this theme. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, the dude got even more hits to the head, Ghost, that when he fucking landed on his back. Jeez. That's, you know what? We know she's holding back, so she might not involve it, Russ, because she did say she's holding back in the previous episode. So I venture to guess she's not going to use the effects of her cards to the fullest. Hey, that's smart. I wouldn't mind him playing a little bit conservative. Okay, he's actually getting used to playing against Shadowcraft decks now. Yeah, after all of the experience, I hope he can learn more from Andrea. Oh, maybe she will evolve it, Russ. Oh boy. Oh boy. Or never mind, maybe she won't evolve it this turn. She'll just found the fact that the shit out of effects. That's true, Russ. Like, how is the dude still intact with all the hits he's received? That's true. I'd imagine. Well, for sure, on screen, Russ, I've counted at least 7, 8, 9 times that our boys land on his head. The thing is, Ghost Type, she's not going to do evolving because she's holding back. Because she only wants to teach our boy Light. She doesn't want to go full force. Because if she goes full force, she'll bitch the fuck out of Light. Like, Light stands no chance against her if she goes full force. That explains why in Shadowverse Russ, Light gets... That makes sense because the more fit you are, the more you can take on physical damage when you're blown the fuck back up. So that does make sense. You need to be in physical shape that's like being like fucking slammed into the fucking ground from like distances that could break a baby's skull if they were to fall from that distance. Seriously, mine looks like he ran a fucking marathon with it. He's on his knees. Like that dude looks more tired than Lucario did after he defeated Garmchomp and Togekiss. Like, look at this dude. I'm like, bruh, I know he's playing a card game match, but you cannot be more tired than Lucario after he beat a Garmchomp and a Togekiss. Like, there is no fucking, look at that. There is no fucking way. I fucking love this. I love how dramatic it is. I'm like, bro. Because I was just watching Pokemon like not even like an hour ago. And Light somehow is more tired than Lucario. Like, fucking hell. He even has like the same pose too when Lucario was drained after fighting Garmchomp. Yeah, it was great. I saw the newest episode. It was amazing. That's why I find it hilarious. Like, you would think that Light was doing a fucking Pokemon battle himself with the way he looks all fucking drained. I'm like, bruh. I love how cool that card looks. And then there's more to it than just that. I'm assuming now he's going to utilize maybe the effects that Alice taught him to utilize, because Alice did say that thing has more effects than he was actually utilizing it with. Pretty much, Joe Stop. Even Greninja could feel that plot armor. Because he was lucky that Garmchomp had no ground type moves when a Garmchomp's in game should have ground type moves. That was the plot armor right there. Still a great match, though. I'm surprised the girl didn't have like fucking sunglasses to put on her face. What the? That looks cool. Is that the name of the call? I thought for a second he had like a golden card. Oh shit. Oh, we're gonna see him do some cool shit. Oh, okay. The visual picture looked beautiful. Yo, this card looks like it's ready to fight into like one of those Tokatsu series. So, like, seriously, with the armor, it looks like a freaking Power Ranger in a good way. I fucking love this. And look how fast he looks like, oh, that looks awesome. Holy cow. You know, if he would have known about its true form, maybe he would have won at least 1 or 2 more matches. Like, no joke. Of course, Ren would be hyped up. Yo, you know shit's real when even she's shocked about the way that card looks. Okay. Oh, baby. Now, this is what I've been waiting for. Yo, even like the face of that card looks so damn cool. Wait, what's... They even like the theme is epic! Okay, they're going all out with this card. Yeah, it looks like that's the case, Russ. Yeah, it kind of looks a little bit like Ultraman. You're right on that. Yeah, this is like the best characters that I've seen for a monster in, at least in Light's deck. Yeah, all that. You can tell Andrea's she's getting a little bit more energy here. Like with the way she's reacting. He's even doing that pose that card game anime characters do when they're out to do something epic, like when they just put their fist towards the screen. I love that. I hope we get to see all the. Wait, what does she mean by the chosen one? Huh. Can't wait to get more context on that. Hope it ends up being better than Neos from GX, though. You know, it'd be cool. I would hope we get to see all those forms eventually, Russ. Because that'd be cool to see a defense in an evade form. Oh, she's got that flashing glasses thing whenever glasses characters get serious. Oh, okay. That's true. That's true, Russ. And I cannot wait to see the context of them utilizing all the forms. That'd be fun. Yeah, it's got to be careful. True, his trump card would be destroyed in that instance. Yeah, he's in a tough spot here. Now I have to look at what that card looks like. That's true, because all she needs is draw a card that can just instantly attack his defense and be in deep shit. I like a nice thing of every single scenario now. This is some smart writing right here. Yeah, because in the past he would never think that much about a move, and now he's thinking. I love this. This is character development, Russ. Yo, the opening theme. Okay. We know your shit's about to get real now. Dun, 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 dun. Ah. Looks like he's gonna bring him a dub home. Yo, okay. Yes, aggressiveness. Now that's what gets you the win. Aggressiveness with calculatedness gets you the win. Wait, what? Yo, that's awesome. You can tell they showed off his belly button for the Fujoshis. Not that I blame him. He has a well done belly button. Yes! All right, he's definitely feeling that one. Yes! Fuck yeah! I just love how she gracefully just fucking lands on the fucking ground. Yeah, Russ did call it. I love I can tell how proud she was. Yeah, that script flip was nice service right there. Huh. That's actually pretty genius. Well, because she was, probably because she wasn't going all out. That's why, Ghost Stab. We'll probably get more thirst from her if she goes up against a real opponent. That's tough. Still, I like how she's a good sport. Ha! I like how she masked also from. Oh, damn! I like the way she flipped her hair. Wow, that was some hot ass shit. Pretty much. He won. You can't say he's a mess. Hell yeah, that was a satisfying win. Yeah, it was. It was a fantastic episode. I loved it. Oh, the defense is looking cute. Oh. Oh man, I'm hyped. Well, looks like there's gonna be no DigiFriend stuff. Or maybe they will after the ED. Probably after the ED, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm ready for DigiFriends. Because this time they actually showed off the rest of the match without skipping. I actually look forward to the DigiFriends stuff. If it actually is plot relevant. I just hope the DigiFriends stuff is actually substantial of a plot, and it's not just DigiFriends being cute just for the sake of DigiFriends being cute, though. That's what I hope for. So I'll be super analytical right here. Oh no, sometimes when you have anime with cute stuff after the episodes, it doesn't do anything for the series. Like Demon Slayer. The Demon Slayer has those chibis. They contribute nothing to the plot, the cutesy stuff. Shine On Bakamatsu Bad Boys has cutesy stuff. It isn't even relevant to the plot, the chibiest stuff for that series. I know there was other animes that had chibiest stuff. Like whenever you see cutesy stuff like that at the end, they usually don't contribute anything to the plot, Russ. Oh, I actually didn't notice that. That's pretty cool if he's somewhere else. Hopefully he's somewhere having fun right now, Russ. I love this CD theme. All right, here it is. DigiFriend stuff. All right. Let's see. Let's see our boy come to the rescue. I mean, this is cute. I mean, when you see a creature like that swimming towards you, anyone would be scared. Although she doesn't look like she was actually in danger. Yeah, she doesn't even look like she was in danger. That'd be cool if we did, but I doubt it because it's a card game anime. I've learned not to expect any romance from card game anime, Russ. Well, it looks like there's nothing plot relevant here. It's just the DigiFriend swimming. Yep, it's just swimming. So that confirms that nothing plot relevant happened in the DigiFriend stuff. It's just them swimming. I'm not pissed this time like I was last week because at least it didn't cut off from the match with Light vs. Andrea. But it justifies my anger that I had in the previous episode, though, because... Yeah. Oh. Yeah, honestly, like... Now it feels like they're dragging this shit out. Now they're going to have probably another segment of them trying to get their stuff. Oh, never mind. Okay, good. I hope they get their stuff back. Because I don't think my Sane would be able to take more DigiFriend stuff. That's actually a fancy looking statue. I like it. It pretty much gives, yeah, you're right. I mean, Ghost Type, it gives nothing to the story. There's just cuteness for the sake of cuteness. Now, had this episode also cut into Andrea versus Light like the previous episode, I'd have been pissed too. Thankfully, it didn't do that, though. I mean, I hope it happens, Russ. But yeah, these shorts, though, I'd say the writers, they messed up with having these DigiFriend shorts. I mean, again, this is cute. I mean, it's cute seeing all these reaction shots. That means a drug could apply, though, Ghost Time. We never know. Well, I hope that's a lot. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I like how they have Alice's monster there in the background on one of her cards. That's cool. Fuck, a recap? No. Oh, come on. Hey, at least I can skip it. It's a special chapter. I can skip it. If the episode next week is like 25.5, I'm not even going to react to it. I deal with like I did Shadowverse. Anything that's a 0.5, I don't even bother reacting at all. Well, yeah, overall great episode. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Yeah, the DigiFriends stuff contributed nothing, but the episode was fantastic. So, yeah. I mean, we got to see on the rest of the match, and this time the rest of the match wasn't cut up. So, at the very least, the animators on this episode learned their lesson. I don't think they'd ever do that, though, because they're trying to market these ghost type as mascots. That's why I don't think they're going to do that. They don't have the balls of doing that. They're not going to turn the bankable creatures into monsters. I just don't think they have the balls for that. It's a recap, though. It's a recap, Russ, so it's going to be skippable because it says special chapter. If it's like the special episode chapters. Oh, yeah. I'm not even going to bother watching the recap. But yeah, it'll be interesting if he ends up being a villain, Russ. We'll see. I mean, I kind of hope we get a cool villain. I mean, kind of would be cool. But anyways, that's what I liked about this episode. The match was full on. It was intense. And not just that, but here's something else I liked about this episode too. I like the fact that this episode not only had intense stuff going on. I mean, I miss him too. Not only did it have intense stuff going on for it, I love the fact that this episode even had to like go through a lot of character development. How in just a single turn, like he fucking hyper analyzes all of his potential moves, the downsides, the potential scenarios if he were to like do a certain aspect in a specific turn. That was brilliant writing right there. And we got to see a little bit more Andrea characterization because she actually enjoyed her match against Light. We see that she's a good sport. So that was cool. The animation wasn't that good, but at least the artwork was pretty. And the animation, when Light utilized his main card, it looked good. It's just that for most of the episode, you can tell the animators didn't have their heart set into this one like they did in some of the previous episodes. Pretty much spent their money on Tsubasa versus Ren and Edgy Boy versus Itsuki. Well, that's what the animators spent their money on. Let's just call it how it is. They had no money left over for Andrea versus Light. So, yeah, I'm not even shocked. But still, though, at least the artwork looked really pretty, though, to its credit. DigiFriend segments, no, not feeling them. They were pointless. But at the very least, though, they didn't cut into the match. So that's why the episode's still fantastic, despite the DigiFriend stuff not being great. Yeah, I would rather see scenes of Ren and Tsubasa doing sleepovers, talking about cards, boys, their life. I'd rather have that. Or I'd rather even have the boys sleeping over, too. Like Itsugi and Subaru. Russ, most people don't like the Digi. I even saw reviews from last week. Russ, people did not like the DigiFriend stuff. They hated it. So a lot of people doubt the DigiFriend stuff will amount to anything. Like most fans, at least most fans don't like. Yeah, that's the Cinnamon 2 Online Ghost tab. My name list people didn't like DigiFriends. I think even on the episode for Crunchyroll, people didn't like DigiFriends. It depends on the anime, though, Russ. For some anime, the outside fans can matter, though. Like in the case of Dragon Ball Kai. Remember, Dragon Ball Kai got all of its episodes because of the Western audiences. Or the Big O got a season 2 because of Western. Well, that's weird. Because I know in the West, people did not like episode 24, Russ. Like, in the West, people loathe episode 24, especially the DigiFriend stuff. Like, the DigiFriend stuff really pissed people off, Russ. At least in the West. I know for sure it did. That explains it. Pretty much, Russ, in the West, people don't think much of the DigiFriend, so they loathe it. Japan loves DigiFriend, so they loved it. So that explains why people in the US or in the West like me loathe the DigiFriends. And people in Japan liked it. That explains a lot. That explains the big divide right there. But yeah. Oh, and One Punch Man, Russ. If it wasn't for Western nations, One Punch Man wouldn't have gone to season 2. It wasn't for China money and the Western. Because Japan, let's just be real, they didn't look at One Punch Man that way. So depending on the anime, the West can matter. Oh, and Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. That's way bigger. That's way bigger in like the West. So it just depends on the anime, Russ. For a good amount of anime, it outside of Japan does matter. Yeah, Russ, but I'm saying that it got a season 2 because of China and the Western nations, though. Because Japan did not give a shit about One Punch Man overall. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I'm not arguing that. Yeah, Japan matters, but what you said that is people outside Japan, you said they don't matter. The audience outside Japan does matter, Russ. It matters. Japan matters more, but people outside Japan matter too, though. Just not as much as Japan. Because another example, Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya did not hit it big in Japan. It got a season 2, the 12 Tumbles arc, because of its popularity in Latin America and in Western nations. So, Russ, the Western market does matter. Japan's obviously number 1, but it does matter. Because Saint Seiya CGI wouldn't have gone in season 2 without the US. Russ, that samurai wasn't big, though. It wasn't big. It got axed, so that means it wasn't big. And that's not the point I'm making. I'm making the point of recent anime, like Cyberpunk Edge Runners. That made it big in the Western nations. It's not going to make it big in Japan, though. It's successful for Netflix, so that made money. Well, Western nations are cheap, Russ. Just because it made money doesn't mean it's going to make enough to fund more stuff. That's the thing. And Saint Seiya wouldn't have gone to season 2 without Netflix trying to appeal to Latin American Western nations. And that's during the season, Saint Seiya CGI. So that one got season 2 because of Latin American countries in the West. And then you've got One Punch Man, which got a season 3 because of China and countries outside of Japan. So there are examples of anime that have more seasons because of China or Western nations. So the audience outside of Japan matters, Russ. But yeah, Japan is obviously number 1. No one's arguing that. But you saying that audiences outside of Japan don't matter is false. Because literally, there are a few anime this season that have had success, not in Japan, but in other nations. Saint Seiya is an example. Cyberpunk's an example. And then you've got Studio Wits anime like Great Pretender and all that kind of jazz. Great Pretender didn't do well in Japan. It did well in the West, and that's why you have Netflix continuously making anime with Studio Wit, because their anime naturally do make money in Western nations like Great Pretender. Great Pretender didn't hit off well in the Japan, though, but it did well in the West. That's why afterwards we have Bubble from Studio Wit. That's on Netflix. We have that Vampire in the Garden. Cyberpunk is a standalone. Cyberpunk is successful, Russ, because if you look on Netflix, it's trained on top 10, Russ. The only other Netflix anime that did that was JoJo. It's a success. It's trending on Netflix. Like, it's top 10. Anime, like, there are a lot of anime in Netflix that get a season 2 that never trend. Because I don't remember Kakegurui ever trending in the top 10. But that got a season 2, and they got a spinoff. Cyberpunk trends in the top 10. So that's how we know a success. It's trending. Anime, they don't trend. And if you saw the series, Cyberpunk, it has a standalone ending. Like, it ends properly. It doesn't need a season 2. Like, if it gets one, that's just only because Netflix would want more. But Cyberpunk has a proper ending. Like, the series, if you see Cyberpunk, it really ties up every loose end. Oh, Odd Taxi! Russ! Odd Taxi! Odd Taxi was another series that didn't do so well in Japan on its first run, but due to interest in other nations, they were able to get interest in the disc, where eventually I was able to get a theoretical screening. So Odd Taxi is another one. Didn't do that well in Japan at the start, but then afterwards it blew up. Odd Taxi is another one. And that had its movie too. It came out recently in Crunchyroll. Odd Taxi, Into the Woods. That's another one. Odd Taxi. Yeah, that one. That's what I'm saying, Ghost Up. It did well eventually because of all the intention it had in other countries. So I'm saying, Russ, other countries matter, but yeah, Japan's number one. I'd say Japan's like important 80%. Yeah, it was there eventually. But I'm just saying the Western nations, Russ, do matter for certain anime. For certain anime, what's up, Joshua Johnson? But for some anime, though, Russ, they do matter because it wouldn't have gotten more Saints say Bunny Senpai was big in Japan. Wasn't that only big in Japan, though, Ghost Tab? I think that was only big in Japan, though. I think so. But yeah, I hope you're having a great day right now, Joshua Johnson. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, Russ. The market outside Japan does matter. But yeah, obviously Japan's number one. Like, there's no denial. Well, pretty much, like, that Girlfriend show got another season, Girlfriends, and then you had Run a Girlfriend get another season too. So yeah, they're definitely been blowing up. But yeah, that's why I'd say when it comes to the importance of the markets, Ross, I'd say Japan is like 75% important. Everything else is 25%, Russ. So yeah, Japan's obviously 75% important, but other markets are 25% for that reason, Russ. Especially China, Russ. Like, Dragon Maid, I remember it didn't do that well in other countries, but it did super well in China. Like, part of the reason what makes Dragon Maid successful, Russ, is because of the high streaming numbers that it makes in China. Like, Dragon Maid was really big in China, Russ. Like, it was gargantuan in China. So, like, the markets outside of the U.S., outside of Japan, can be underestimated for that reason. Like, they can really be effective. Obviously, Japan's number one, though. But, yeah, those are the cases where, yeah, the money talks in other nations. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're going to fuck up Solo Leveling. I expect nothing out of it. Oh, Russ, another example. You've got, you know which anime didn't do well in Japan? That got a season 2? Tower of God! Tower of God! Tower of God. That didn't do well in Japan. Didn't sell Blu-rays. Japan did not give a shit. But other countries did. European and Western nations did. That got a season 2 because of Crunchyroll numbers. Like, the streaming numbers and the merch sales boosted. But yeah, Tower of God. That's another example. Tower of God got a season 2 because of the... It sold like below 1,000 Blu-rays. Tower of God didn't sell anything, Russ. It made its money, Russ, through streaming. Because it got high viewership in the U.S. and European countries. Tower of God, it did well outside of Japan. That's the series. Because Tower of God, it performed like dog shit. I remember a while back, it couldn't even sell 1,000 Blu-rays, Tower of God. At least I think it had below 1,000. So Tower of God was a big bomb in Japan, Russ. But outside of the years, oh man, it did well. Like, it did well, Tower of God. So that's another example. Tower of God, it slayed. If it wasn't for the Western market, Tower of God would not have gotten season 2. It'd have been screwed. It'd have been dead without the Western market. So yeah, there are some anime that succeed because of outside markets. So yeah, Japan's still number one, Russ. Like, 90% of anime succeed in the Japanese market. But Russ, it's unknown because it sold so low, Russ. No one tracked the orders. Like, that's how low it sold, Russ. Like, it sold so low, no one tracked it. The only thing we know is that in Japan, Tower of God didn't even register. That's how low it sold. It sold abysmal in Japan. So we don't know how much it sold because it sold that bad. It sold badly. We don't know. It must have sold below 1,000 because no one really reported on its Blu-ray sales. So it didn't do well. Tower of God did not do well in Japan. No, she didn't, Ghost Tap. People in the West loved her. So Western and Europe, they loved her. So not really. She helped save it. But no, it definitely sold below 1,000, I think. At least I think so. No, it didn't even have a Blu-ray release. Never mind. Yo, Russ. It did so bad in Japan, Russ. It didn't even have Blu-rays produced. It did that bad in Japan. It did that bad in Japan, Russ. It did so bad. There wasn't even any Blu-rays pre-orders printed out. So pretty much, Russ, it got its money just off a Crunchyroll because it didn't even print out any Blu-rays. No, it was just straight to Crunchyroll. So yeah, Russ, it had no presence in Japan for the most part. You were able to watch it if you had Crunchyroll in Japan, but literally it didn't even sell Blu-ray. So yeah, pretty much it made money off the ad revenue on Crunchyroll and viewership from the Western and the European nations. So yeah, Russ, Tower of God. Japan didn't give a shit about it, but it did well, though. It did well in other nations. So that one also got a season 2 because of other nations. So that's what I'm saying, Russ. 10% of anime do well because of outside countries that aren't Japan. Like Tower of God is another example because that recently did get a season 2. For the most part. Like, it really, I guess it made bank on Crunchyroll and it made a lot of bank. So, yeah, that's another anime. Russ. Aside from that, those are really the only examples because overall, Russ, it's just rare for an anime to get a season 2 just off of like Western sales and not Japan sales. It's a rarity. It doesn't happen often. Like, yeah, pretty much those are all the examples I can think of. I know there's probably more that I can't come to mind, but yeah, those are the ones. Well, for Flame sells cards, so Flame is fine. I'm not really worried about Shadowverse Flame. It'll make its money off of cards, so it's fine. It'll be perfectly fine for the most part. I don't think we have anything to worry about when it comes to Shadowverse at all. Let's just be honest with ourselves. But Russ, those are multiple exceptions, though. Like other countries do matter, but obviously Japan's number one. That's why I said 90% of anime, they get their season 2 off of Japan. There's that small 10%. So it does matter, obviously, Russ, just not as much. Like other countries matter, but not as much, obviously. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, most of them will get a season 2 because of Japan sales, but some of them get it because of Western nations. Doesn't happen often, but it happens. It's just rare, though. But it happens. I'm checking the chart for this season right now. No, this season, yeah. I'm just checking the charts just to see if there's any anime I forgot that got season 2 off of. Russ, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are anime that get season 2, some of them. I said 10%. I did say 10% of them get it because of non-Japan sales. I'm not saying all of them do, but some of them do, Russ. That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Like, the anime that get season 2s because of non-Japan countries are rare. They exist. That's what I'm saying, Russ. You can't completely say that the non-Japan market is not important because it is important. It's just Japan's number one in importance, though. I'm saying it still matters, though. For those rare anime that do need that Western push to get more overall. That's what I'm saying. Like, it does matter overall. Not saying it matters as much, but they have importance. Because I'm not really saying that overseas sales is more important. That's not what I'm trying to argue, Rush. I'm saying that it matters, though, just not as much. It matters like maybe 10%, while Japan has like 90% importance overall. Yeah, Overdress is fucking trash. Like, it is fucking garbage overall. I mean, the thing is, though, Russ, no one's trying to argue that. What I'm trying to say is the non-Japan market matters, Russ. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can predict it with 100% prediction rate. What I'm trying to tell you is the non-Japan market matters, just not as much. But it does matter, though. That's not what I'm trying to argue. I'm trying to argue that it does matter, just not as much. That's all. Yeah, this is also better than Yu-Gi-Oh! The only thing Yu-Gi-Oh has over Shadowverse Flame is that Yu-Gi-Oh has better match pacing. That's the only thing Yu-Gi-Oh has. Because Yu-Gi-Oh is worse in visuals. It's pretty much worse in like every department aside from match pacing. That's really the knock against Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, I enjoy it, but yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what I'm saying. Yu-Gi-Oh is better. The only thing Yu-Gi-Oh does better is it has no turn skipping. That's what I said. That's the only thing Yu-Gi-Oh is better in than Shadowverse. Yu-Gi-Oh never has turn skipping. But other than that, though, Shadowverse Flame kicks Yu-Gi-Oh's ass in every other department, though. Flame has better characters, a better story, better voice. Oh, no, voice acting is the same. Better animation quality. That's what I'm saying. It's a recap, Ghost Tab. Recaps don't count. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you, Russ. That's what I said. That's the only thing Yu-Gi-Oh has. No turn skipping. And I like Yu-Gi-Oh too, like Russ. I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I watch Yu-Gi-Oh in Shadowverse. And yeah, that's the only thing Yu-Gi-Oh has over Shadowverse. Yu-Gi-Oh has no turn skipping. But other than that, Shadowverse is better than Yu-Gi-Oh in every other way. And I watch both shows. Oh yeah, Obelisk is a pretty cool monster. I ain't gonna fucking lie. I fucking love Obelisk. He's the shit. True. Hey, if there was one, Russ, we'd have like the most epic card game anime of all time. If they found a fusion between original Yu-Gi-Oh and Shadowverse Flame, it'd be the best card game anime ever. With the perfect story with stakes and great card game match with no turn skipping. That would be the best card game anime I've ever seen in my life. That would be fucking Kino as fuck. I would pay money to see that. Like straight up. That'd be cool too. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. Something like that would actually be pretty damn fun, actually. Like, no joke, that'd be fun. Oh yeah. Essentially, these are my thoughts. I thought the writing for the episode was great. Scripting was pretty much great. And yeah, that's what I thought it was 9 out of 10 worthy. That's also true, Ghost Tab. That's also true. The good thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Shadowverse is they both can improve upon the previous seasons easily. So, at the very least, the writing stuff has less pressure on the positive side. So, that's actually true. That should work in their favor for the most part. But yeah, that's overall. I enjoyed the episode. For me, Ross, it didn't necessarily redeem the previous episode because the DigiFriends stuff ended up being pointless. The previous episode is still a 4 out of 10 for me, but this episode is a 9 out of 10, though. I loved it. Well, regardless, this episode was fantastic. It was great. It had everything I could have wanted, except for pretty visuals. If it was pretty, then it would have been a 10 out of 10. But overall, though, it was a damn great episode. And that's why I thought it was a 9 out of 10 caliber episode. I fucking loved it. If it just had it just had the animation quality of Ren vs. Tsubasa, or say even Edgy Boy versus Itsuki, this would have been straight up a 10 out of 10, no question. But they didn't skip turns on this episode, Ghost, and that's why it didn't piss me off. They didn't skip it. So that's why this week, Ghost Tab, the DigiFriends stuff didn't piss me off, because there was no turn skipping for the sake of DigiFriends stuff. That's why this episode, it didn't piss me off. But if they do turn skipping again, just because of the sake of DigiFriends, and that's when it'll piss me off. So I said 9 out of 10. It's 9 out of 10. The only thing keeping me up from yeah, I said 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 episode for me. I said that multiple times. It's not a 10 out of 10 because the animation quality wasn't at its peak. If it was peak animation quality, it'd have been 10 out of 10 for me. Well, yeah, but that's only if they do it for the Blu-rays, though. If they do, then yeah, that's going to redeem the episodes. Yeah, the Sensei scene was fucking cool. I loved her. Well, yeah, true, because that'd be a lot of work for the animators, Russ. They're not gonna add anything because they don't do that for anime Blu-rays. That'd be too much work. So yeah, I highly doubt they're going to do that extra work also, all things considered. Oh yeah. Overall, though, this episode was a damn fun time. But anyways, right before I go, though, let me say thank you very much to. No problem. Thank you very much to Russ and Ghost Tap. Thank y'all so much for commenting on the live chat. Also, thank you very much to everyone else for also watching my video. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, be sure to hit the bell for notifications, and I hope you all have a great day or night, everyone. Bye-bye.